on the lighter side, we might as well talk about this now, huh, Pete? And then we can give the camera to either Joe or Evan, and we can film you cutting it and whatever. Okay. Meanwhile, you all know it was my birthday last month, on the 5th of February, and there's a young man out in a little town close to Sacramento, California, Rocco. I had trouble with his last name. Volpendesta? Volpendesta. Hope I get that right, Rocco. What a beautiful person. I mean, this thing that you see behind me, Rocco works with glass and lead and all kinds of stuff. He's actually going to send Pete an email describing the different techniques he used in doing this. But this is all glass and lead. He used real strings. He told me that the glass was not new glass. It was from his grandfather's shop. And he used that and did all this work by hand as a birthday present for me. And he said he wanted to do it entirely by hand because I inspired him, because we do everything here by hand. And it's really an amazing piece of work. And Rocco, I say this publicly, man, I mean, I really appreciate you doing this. He said that I was an inspiration to him. He said I changed his life in the way he thought about things. He said especially the thing I mentioned about my mother telling me that sharing a gift is very important, and it's the most important thing. When he told me that one thing was probably the most inspiring thing he'd ever heard. Believe me, that makes me feel good, that to know that I could do that for somebody like my mother did it for me. And to inspire somebody to want to do something like this and be that positive. He said before, he used to think about, well, this was my idea, and why should I show anybody? He says, why would anybody want to do that? I said, that's exactly right. Why would you want to do that? Like I said, anybody out there who wants to do something, just get up and do it, and just do it. And you don't have to tell the world how great you are. It's not necessary. If you're great, you're just going to be great, like me. Anyway, we're going to show them the back and the serial number. He put the serial number, he made the date like my birthday. He's going to send Pete, like I said, an email describing how he did a lot of these different techniques he used to put that on. That was, he said he used some techniques that he thought were maybe not done before, and he just wanted to try them out. So he sounds like, I never met him, but I thought like almost a lot of you people out there, I talk to you on the phone, Anyway, I think Dave's coming over tomorrow, Dave O'Connor, tomorrow or Friday, and he'll pick up this video that we're making right now, and you guys will get to see it next week sometime, or maybe about a weekend, I don't know. Anyway, Pete, I think it's enough of me BSing here for a minute. Why don't you give the camera to Evan? What, or should I say something else?
No.
Oh, I shouldn't have said BSing?
As I was laughing about.
BSing. Bullshitting.
Okay.
Here's the email Rocco sent Carl via Pete, being read by Dave. Okay. Hey Pete, when I spoke to Carl this afternoon, he asked me to write down some of the interesting facts about this window. So here you go. Over the years, you, Carl, and the rest of the team have been a big inspiration to me. Carl's work ethic and attention to detail is a second to none. But there is one thing that Carl said that has had the biggest impact on me and really changed the way I think about things. I am good at. He said, share your knowledge with others. If you're good at something, don't keep it to yourself. For that, I want to give something back. My grandfather had taught me from a very early age how to make stained glass windows. When he passed, he left me all of his glass supplies. Some of the glass has been around since the 70s. I decided to make a window for Carl using only the old handmade glass. I even used the old lead he had in storage for years. I also decided not to use any modern tools to cut the glass. No glass saw or electric grinder, only a hand cutter and an assortment of glass files and grinding stones. It took 7 months of working on it, 3 to 4 hours every weekend. On the back I etched 2/15/10, his 71st birthday, and his signature on the nameplate. I used real bass strings and wooden volume knobs. The bridge was especially hard to make. It's made of 3 pieces of glass glued and hand filed together. Then I had to use a small round glass file to carve slots as thick as the strings. I broke several in the attempt. Carl said you guys are going to hang it in your shop. That is a huge honor and makes me feel like a part of the family. I hope you, Carl, and everyone else enjoys it for years to come. Thanks for the inspiration, Rocco.